What's going on? It's Kel with Plot Blaster. Doing a couple more product videos today. Got several other things to show you. I've been spraying in the woods today with the side swapper boom behind my dog hunting truck at a hunting club. Um, but I realized, and I'm getting a lot of questions, that I haven't talked about the flow control valve yet. So I want to go over that with you. I'm going to kind of demonstrate it for you. I'll have to take my camera out of the gimbal and show you some up close stuff. I'll try to just overlay that as we move forward with the video. But anyway, we won't be needing the side swapper, so I'm going to take that off. I'm kind of tell you about what I'm doing with the flow control valve. Again, several questions about it. Do I need it? Do I not need it? There's a lot of things you can do with it. The main reason we sell it is because I don't feel like offering a regulator. You just seem to have a lot of problems with the cheap plastic regulators that people use with these kind of tanks, and some tanks are already going to have that on here. If you're wondering what a regulator is or what a regulator may do, it allows you to control the flow or the pressure leaving your tank. And I'll put a picture up here of that also, just so you know what I'm talking about. But this is just an inline ball valve, and it allows you to control the flow right here at the tip. If you order this with your Plot Blaster, it'll come already plumbed in. Sell them on the website for $10. If you don't think you need it, don't know if you need it or not, it's not going to hurt anything being in line here. You just leave it on all the time. Another use for them, if you wanted to buy two of them, you were buying a side swapper and a Plot Blaster, you could potentially put one of those in line here and one of those here, and it would allow you to switch back and two between either other. You could plumb in a Y valve, cut your hose, put it on both. You could turn this off, turn this off, turn this on, run them individually. So that's another use for it, but I kind of want to show you what I'm talking about with the way it controls the flow. I got this tank does have a regulator on it, but I have it turned all the way up. There's only water in this tank, so it's not going to hurt me. But it's a good idea to test it with water and see if you need it or not, or how you want to use it or not. So let me back up right here and I'm going to turn it on and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, so you can see that's pretty wide right there, and just say you didn't want to spray that wide. Say you're getting a little bit of mist here, you didn't like the fine mist that's starting to come out, and again, I'll show some up close of that. But what you'd want to do, especially if you had product in there, be turn that off, reach up here and turn this valve down just a touch, turn it back on, and then you can see we've cut that flow down a pretty good bit. Again, I'll overlay some up close pictures or whatever, but you can see, I'll show you too on the concrete at wide open. These columns are 25 feet apart, and we're going well over that saw line to saw line almost. So you're probably spraying it with this setup full capacity, probably 32 feet. I don't advertise this thing that it sprays up to 32 feet very often, just because the tip rate chart shows it at 21, and I don't want a guy to buy it and say, well, you told me it'd go 30 feet and it don't. I mean, we're just eliminating that. So it's going to go different with, you can do up to that on some setups, but you should be able to go about 21 at 40 PSI on all setups. So again, that's turned down a little too much. You see it hit the pressure switch on the tank before it ever pressurized. So you just have to play with it. This is just water, so it allows me the opportunity to throw my hand in here and kind of play with it and show you. It takes a little more adjustment than you would think it would, but you can adjust your pressure and adjust your width right there. That's got it turned down pretty good bit. I don't like my pump jogging like that, but a lot of factory Femco products you buy, their booms or stuff, you'll hear them jogging like that. So, it's not going to hurt anything. I don't think it's great for the longevity, but if you wanted to be spraying some narrow stuff at times, you can. You can turn it down really narrow if you want to. If you do that, you're going to need to do some calibration because you're not quite getting the same amount of solution out of your nozzle. But anyway, that pretty much sums up the flow control valve. Again, I'm going to take some close-ups and stuff like that to show you more what I'm talking about with blowout if it's getting a little too much pressure. But it's there if you want them. They seem to work good for some guys. If you don't want it, It's just one more thing in line here that you don't have to have. These things seem to work pretty well with most all setups, and a lot of guys are running them wide open just like this all the time and not having any issues. So if you did want to control the width, one of your best ways of controlling it is going to be lower this temp assembly on the Plot Blaster. The guy asked me a question the other day, where did they generate that 21 feet? Well, that's mounted at 36 inches off of ground level at 40 PSI. That's where they came up with that. So you can lower it down even lower than that and get narrower. We've got it to where your slots go all the way down to here, depending on the height of your buggy or whatever you may be running it out of. Today we're running it out of a truck, but you can lower it on that relatively easily and get a lot of different type of widths as well. It's not hard to do. Just loosen it, bring it down. Got it mounted a lot lower right now. Still got it turned wide open. The tip control valve's completely wide open. As you can see at a lower level, it's just not going to get the width. That's a good way of controlling it if you don't want to use a tip control valve. And once you get down here, you got even more control of that width. You don't have to go quite as low to narrow it down. So several ways of controlling it. Just wanted to show you all that. If you're interested in one of those valves, they're available on the website.